welcome to the Rugby Bible Show. I am your host, Prince Lishiva. This is the Weekender post match analysis. We are doing the post analysis of Ireland versus Springboks or South Africa. The game was tight as we had predicted. Ireland played the way we had anticipated they would play, moving the ball very quickly and making sure that they're very intense in terms of making sure the ball doesn't stay long in the rocks. I'll discuss the game in different segments. One, the refereeing. Well, the refereeing, I know that South Africans are known to be crybabies when it comes to referees, but sometimes there are certain decisions that are not so blatant, but you can see that the 50-50 calls were not going our way, and even the call towards the end of the game there, it's still a mystery to me what that call was all about. And if you look at the rucks, I felt more like the referee was protecting Ireland more than us. When there was opportunity to fight for the ball, he always told the Springboks to stay back. And when it was the other way around, and the Irish had an opportunity um, to get in and mix it up, they were allowed to. That's number one. I'll say that I'm not saying we lost because of the referee, but I feel like we didn't get 50-50 calls. I'll take that out. I'll move on from that. Now, the second point is the issue of the scrums. We were dominant in the scrums. Only after the bomb squad came, we were not consistent. We did win a few scrums, but there were a lot of mistakes. I think Fori as a hooker is a bit of a gamble for us. So I'll say Tonga don't play Bonambi at all. Don't play Bonambi at all. Keep him fresh for the quarterfinals. He must not be even on the bench. So Fori and Marco must deal with Tonga so that we get over the line, and then we manage Bonambi for the quarterfinals because we're gonna have problems. I thought the timing. I think as a hooker you have to be able to time to work together with your loose and your tight prop in terms of how you go into the scrum, and I think in terms of using your front leg, to go into the scrum, or then be able to then come back to both of your legs. And these are things that people like Joey Graff and others, when we were at Northern Lakers Rugby Club, they taught those basics. And I'm talking about amateur level. But you could see that there was a little bit of timing issues in terms of the scrum, because there were times where we got two penalties because of timing, and that was concerning for me. Lineouts. Ireland lost first four or so lineouts who were dominant there, but then they changed the strategy and made to have four guys on the lineouts to make it easy for them to manage, because they realized that when they would almost everyone, they were struggling, and then we were winning almost everything, and they started Eben. They started making sure that they avoid Eben to ensure that they don't lose any balls. But as time goes on, they control that for themselves. And we, with for in, we were having a situation whereby even we were throwing some of the ball skew, and which was a bit of a challenge. But having said that, maybe we could have managed that situation a little bit better. Um, then the biggest talking point of the night, the kicking. Um, Manny Limbok has to really bring his kicking boots on, because as a player, in terms of breaking the line, in terms of offloading, I mean, there was this ball he offloaded from Pitstaff to Toit, almost somebody tackling him, but he was so smooth. And then that lofty pass that he passed to Colby, he has got that, but unfortunately with the kicking, he doesn't seem to have that nerve of steel, doesn't seem to have that calm about him. You don't feel confident as a box supporter that if you get a penalty, it's going to be put away. And I think it's going to become crucial in our quarterfinals. And I think Tonga game, we have to give Poland at least 60 minutes under his belt so that he's ready for the quarterfinals. And we can see how we utilize these two guys. I don't know how we're going to do that, because of we want to make sure that our forwards are dominant on the bench. So I don't know how we're going to manage that, but we can benefit from Mani and Pollard. Um, When it comes to the permutations, in terms of this outcome, I'm happy. My prediction, I said, if they were to win, it would be 5 to 10 points. If we were to win, it would be 5 to 10 points. I'm happy with this loss because for me, I still say the New Zealanders, the All Blacks, are our nemesis, and playing New Zealand will be too risky, in my opinion. I know that France are the host nation, but they've got Dupont who's limping. The cheekbone is broken. He's under the knife. I don't think he will play as hard as he would if he's normally 100% fit. So I would say I'd rather face France and face the home crowd like we did in Japan. It was a different prospect. Obviously, we know France is a better team than Japan, but I would rather face France than face the All Blacks. Particularly after beating them in Twickenham, there was going to be a huge response from the All Blacks, and I don't think that was what we wanted as a team. And the other hands, on the other hand, I think Ireland will beat the New Zealand in the quarterfinals, and I am predicting that we will meet Ireland in the finals. And I think in the finals we will put them away. 11 points. We kick those 11 points in. It's a different scoreboard, and then having a scoreboard pressure would have also helped us to settle and to play better. So for me, I'm not disappointed. We lost, yes, but the effort, the guts. This was a final before the final. It was a perfect match practice for us. Tonga will give us opportunity to refresh the team and give other guys a chance. So I'm not disappointed, no angry about this result. I think we just need to go to the drawing board and plan for France now. But make sure we put Tonga away because we don't know what's going to happen between Scotland and Ireland. Because I suspect Ireland is going to rest some of their players as well because they have qualified already. So we just have to make sure that we lose our second position by getting an upset from Tonga, of which I don't see that happening. But we have to still do the job against Tonga to ensure that um, we then start preparing for France. So, guys, hard luck to the Springbok supporters, those who wanted us to have a what you'll call a Grand Slam kind of win where we beat everyone, but it was not to be, and we lost one match. But I'll post one video on my different social media where one journalist asked Nina Ber and Sia if we can still win the World Cup, and they both laughed and smiled. That didn't seem like a team that is under pressure or is worried. I think they know exactly what's going to happen, and I think they're happy to avoid the All Blacks. Thank you. Keep on supporting the Rugby Bible Show. We will try keep on to improve our content. This show is going to continue even after the World Cup. We'll be doing the Curry Cup. We'll be doing the United Rugby Championship. We will be doing all different championships that will come. We will see if ever we can also get some information on our European-based players. But this show is going to continue, and God willing, we will find ourselves having studios to do more and give you more content. I thank you. Keep supporting the Rugby Bible Show. This is Prince Shiva, your host. Aluta continua.